What's going on, everyone? It's Tay with Spectacular Gadgets, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at the S Pen Pro. Let's do this!
Spectacular Gadgets.
This S Pen Pro can be purchased off the Samsung website for $99.99. This is compatible with Samsung Galaxy smartphones, tablets, and PCs that support the S Pen. Another cool thing to note is this will work with the new Galaxy Z Fold 3. Now let's see what $100 gets you. You get a little quick start guide which gives you useful information on how to use the pen, how to charge it, and other quick tips. Inside of this little box is where you will find the additional pen tips as well as the pen tip remover. So you'll have 3 additional pen tips and then you have the remover. Next up you have the pen holder. So this serves as nothing else but to hold and protect the pen when you're not using it. So they just give you it's almost like a sleeve. So really nothing to this. And lastly, we get to the S Pen Pro, and here is a close look at it, up close and personal. And look, you see this little switch mode button here, and then you have some Samsung branding on the back of it. Now here is the pen tip that's already installed on the pen. So you have a total of 4 pen tips, and then there's 2 buttons here, plus you see that little LED. So I'm pretty sure that will light up. At the top, this is where you're going to charge the pen. So yes, you're going to have to charge it, and no, they did not include a charging cable. So $100 does not get you a charging cable. Me personally, I am really liking the feel and the size of the pen already. I'm pressing this button right here to see what happens, and as you see, it's changing colors. So it is going to try to connect to my device, and sure enough, it is trying to connect to the S21 Ultra. As you see, the lights are changing. I'll just hit connect and let's see how quick or how slow this is. So it's not bad, and look, it's actually giving me battery percentage, so we are gonna have to charge this. It took us right to S Pen Pro tips, so this is helpful. We see that it has the pen button towards the tip, then the second button is actually the connection button. So that's the button you're gonna push to connect to your other Samsung devices. And then we have this mode switch, and you'll use that when you are using the S Pen for the Z Fold 3, and when you're not, go ahead and switch it back to S Pen. If you're experiencing issues connecting, just hold that connection button for 3 seconds and you should be able to connect to your device. To switch between devices, it is pretty seamless. Just press the connection button and a pop-up will appear on the device. Just simply tap connect and you should be good to go. The last tip is the mode switch, and it's simply telling you for everything else besides the Z Fold 3, use the S Pen mode. The Z Fold 3, use the Z Fold 3 mode. As I said earlier, this pen can be used on anything that can support the S Pen. So this is my Tab S7 Plus, and I'm just going to see how the S Pen Pro works with the tablet. So I'll go ahead and hit my little sidebar, and as you see, once I did that, I actually have 2 pens listed, and if I hover over it, you see it has my default S Pen, so that's the one that came with the tablet, and that pen's at 100%, and then the S Pen Pro is my second one, is at 20%. I am able to wake the device up if I double press the pen button, and then if I hold down the pen button for a few seconds, I'm able to access the camera, and then I can also snap a photo with the pen button. Let me show you how I switch to the S21 Ultra from the tablet. I'm just pressing the connection button, and shortly a pop-up will come. There you have it, and just connect. It's that easy. Every time you switch to a device, you will get the battery percentage of the pen. You're also able to use air actions with the S Pen Pro. You'll go through a little tutorial, and when you do it correctly, you'll get a little smiley face and it'll move you to the next tip. Just like on the tablet, I can wake the device up by pressing the pen button, and I can also snap a picture by pressing and holding the pen button. It will open the camera and I can snap a picture. As you see, I'm pressing the button, but I have it close to my tablet. You'll have to remember that you have to connect the pen again to the device that you want. You do that by simply holding the connection button. The pop-up will come up, hit connect, and again, you're good to go. Okay, it looks like there's an update, so I will go ahead and select update. So it's updating the software. And as it's updating the software, you notice that the pen is flashing blue. So it looks like we're almost there. And it just says improve system stability and reliability, S Pen connected. And again, battery is 20%. Let's go ahead and write with it now. So let's see how this writes. And it actually writes really nice. It feels comfortable. I like the bigger size and the weight of it. It just feels like an actual normal pen. And I do have to say, I do like the way that it writes. Now let's go ahead and try it. Let's just see if I can write with it with the Z Fold mode. And look, as soon as I did that, it's telling me for best results while using the S Pen Pro, switch to S Pen mode. So I can't even use that on there. It's just not gonna let you. That's pretty cool. It knows, which mode it's supposed to be in. I'll switch it back. And as soon as I do that, I can go back to writing. I almost forgot to try out the pen holder or the pen sleeve. Simply slide the pen in, and this will protect and hold your pen when you're not using it. It does have a flat side of the pen, but if you're not going to be using it for a while, I would probably just put it in the sleeve. The next order of business is to check out the charging. So they didn't give you a cable or charging brick, so I'm using one that I have. And I'm just going to use my Type-C cable and plug it into the top. And as you see, as soon as I did that, it's red on the LED indicator light. And that is telling me that it is charging. So I went ahead and went to SmartThings. And as you see, I have my S Pen Pro on the list of devices I have. So you can find device and you can do air actions and it gives you battery information. I'm already at 30%. That's not bad at all. If I click on Air Actions, I get information on both of the S Pens that are available. S Pen 1 is going to be my default one, and S Pen 2 is the S Pen Pro. But putting them side by side, you can see the size difference in them. The S Pen Pro is obviously much bigger, much thicker, and the one that comes with the Tab S7 is still a nice size. I actually like that one too, way better than the one for the S21 Ultra, and of course way better than any of the Note S Pens. Within the air action settings, you also can choose what happens when you hold down or double press the pen button, as well as choose what happens in certain apps when you do air actions. If you can recall, it was around 4:52 when I first put the pen on the charger. And as we go by, I'm showing you the time and the percentage of the battery. So I think it goes by pretty quick, 10% at a time. And we're at 5:09, it's at 70% already. Samsung claims 50 minutes of charging will give you 16 days of pen use. To get to the home stretch from 90 to 100, it actually took 15 minutes to get fully charged. Let's say that you want to go from the phone to the tablet, and there's some things that you want to do from the phone and you want to have it go to the tablet. So what I do is, I'm on Twitter right now. Let's say I want to take these words right here. I want to take this paragraph here and I want to copy it. Then all I have to do is go to my tablet, press and paste. As you see, it came right over. So what about photos and stuff? So let's say I want to take this photo here. So I like it. I want to take it. I think it's cute. So I'm going to do the same thing. Press, hold, copy image. Go back to my tablet, hold down, and paste, and here we have it. So I can go ahead and take my little clippings or whatever I want and bring it to the device that way. But let's say you're using Smart Select. This doesn't work the same, and let me show you. So I'm going to select the same photo. So it clipped it for me, but there's no way for me to do anything but extract text or pen to screen. In this case, what I want to do is I need to go ahead and open it and share it to Samsung Notes. So once I click on Samsung Notes, I can go ahead and have that clipping go into a note, and I'll do that now. And I'll actually even name this note so that I can find it later. I'm just going to call it Philly the Bear. I'll say done, and I'll go back, and you see it's in my notes. And then let me do that. Let me go back on my tablet, and it's right there. So this is what they mean that you can share from phone to tablet to PC. As long as you're using the Samsung Notes, all of your stuff goes to all of your devices. I actually like this pen. Like I said, it's more comfortable for me to write with than the other ones that I have. My main purpose of getting this pen, it was actually for the Z Fold 3, but I'm happy that I actually like to write with it on my tablet and even the S21 Ultra. Will you be getting the new S Pen Pro? Would I recommend the S Pen Pro? And that depends. If you do like a more weighted tool when you write or you draw, then I would say yeah. And I would definitely say yes if you are into the S Pen and you're getting the Z Fold 3. It's a no-brainer. You can have one pen to go across all your devices instead of trying to remember not to use a certain pen on the Z Fold 3. Well, that about wraps it up for this video. I want to thank everyone for taking the time to chill with me as we go through this journey. And until next time, everyone, I want you all to have a spectacular day. Later.